Hello once again, my name is Greg Bem and I am one of the faculty librarians at LWTech. In today's short video, I'm going to show you Library Search, previously called Primo, and before that the Library Catalog. Our latest iteration as of summer 2018 is Library Search, and it's a new name and a new way of thinking about the old tools that we used to use. First, where can you find Library Search? It is located right here on the upper right corner of the library homepage, this link under Search and Find. Now, let me pause. If you don't know how to get to this page and you are unable to figure it out on your own, I highly recommend watching the previous video in this sequence that talks about getting to the library homepage and navigating what's on there. Okay, so once we are on there, which is here, you can go to Library Search. Before that, I'm going to click on Search and Find, and I'm going to read this definition of Library Search, which will hopefully be informative and help you understand what's inside without me rambling on with a new definition off the top of my head. So, Library Search. The primary search interface provides access to the library's catalog of physical books, audio CDs, DVDs, and Blu-rays, circulating technology, and more. It also contains access to many of the library's databases and ebook collections. As of the 2017-2018 school year, it also integrates with 2 additional libraries on campus, including the Rise Center and the Game Programs Library of Digital Games and Game Systems. So that's pretty exciting. It also is a great way to discover course reserves, which I'll talk about in a moment. So anyway, once we're here, we can either click on Library Search or, as I mentioned, the Library Search link in the upper right-hand corner of the menu up there. So clicking on there is going to take us to a completely new interface. This is the Library Search interface. So as you can see, there is a search bar for a basic search, and you can click on the drop down to define what you're searching. If you have the default library, it will search everything. Books and ebooks would limit it to just the book type of information. Online resources, for those of you that are not interested in physical things and or are not able to come to campus physically. And course reserves, if you are interested in finding information or records of information that's on reserve here at the physical library. You'll also notice that we have a general description here. How does this work? And if you need help, we have links to emails, the Ask a Librarian chat, and specific information about the research databases on our databases page. I will talk more about the research databases specifically and using them by going to their individual sites in another video. All right, a little bit more about this main page here. The upper left-hand link here, library homepage, will take you back to our library page. Clicking on search brings you to this page. If you want a list of journals that are electronic, you can click on that. Citation linker helps you identify citations to and from different resources. Going to the Ask a Librarian is going to the 24/7 chat, which I mentioned in the navigation video. And then you can browse resources via a variety of criteria. We will not be exploring that here. If you're interested in learning more, please reach out to a librarian directly, or there may be a forthcoming video that explores that information and that tool. Over here on the right, you can go to search history, you can go to favorites. In order to access that, you need to sign in, and you can sign in just as you do with Canvas. By clicking on sign in, it will ask you for your LWTech email and password, and then you will be able to access those pieces of information. Clicking on menu will allow you to change the display language, check out a library card, your library card if you're signed in, and again, go to those favorites and search history items. Finally, from the main page, you can click on advanced search to do some advanced searching, which would be a little bit more complex than using the basic search. Again, that is another feature that we're not going to cover in this video, but if you're interested in learning more, stay tuned for another video or send an email to any of the email addresses here. So if we want to do a search, what we can do is type in a keyword or a set of keywords. For example, I am interested in justice, so I will type that in and then I will hit enter. Once you hit enter, it is searching all of the different resources that I mentioned earlier when I read the description of this video, including physical books and movies, camera equipment and other technology that's available here, electronic books, electronic journals, and other types of databases that are feeding in information to the library search system. So once I'm here, you'll notice that there are all of the results displayed in the middle, and each result has a bunch of different information available. And then you also have access to all of the different types of filters that you can use on the right-hand side here. Take a look at some of these filters. You'll notice that some are useful in terms of getting specific types of information that's available in different ways, different types of information based on its resource type, the creation date, which I think is quite helpful for some projects, especially if you want newer information, subject information, author, creator name, and then how new the records are. Did they come out within the last week, the last month, the last 3 months, and then so on and so forth. You can actually identify the language of the resource here as well. Because we have databases that are being created and produced internationally, we have a lot of different languages available. The predominant, of course, is English. Once you click on a resource that you like, by clicking on its title, you will find a variety of ways to get access to that information. You can click on the link here for full text. You can go down below and take a look at more information about that through its record here. You can also ask a librarian if you want to chat with someone and get more information or get help. You can also suggest an edit. Let's say there's a broken link or some information seems incorrect or there are typos. For example, this one seems to be incomplete. Send us a suggest an edit message. It'll send you to a form that you can fill out to suggest an edit. Finally, there are citation tools here. Permalink if you want to share the resource or save it in a document for further use, the ability to print this article, this abstract here, and the ability to email this record. If you are signed in, you can save this record by clicking on the pin up here. That is the basics of library search. Of course, there are lots of advanced features, but I don't want to bog you down with all of that. You will notice that a lot of these are electronic, but if you do find a physical item held by the library, for example, you'll be able to see where it's located in the library by its call number, which can also be helpful for you. That is it. If you have questions or comments, please leave them in this YouTube video or send an email. I'll leave that information down below as well. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the library. Have a great day.